Coming to you from Homebrew Studios, it's Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour with your hosts, Bob Katie
and John Picarillo
and Jay Schmidt.
Shake it to the ground.
Woo! Welcome to episode 185 of Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Welcome aboard, folks.
Hi.
Wow, you two are just off the charts excited. Calm down, okay? Ooh, jeez.
That was all that Book of John music.
Holy Testicle Tuesday!
Well, it's Thanksgiving hangover, too.
Too much turkey.
Sorry you haven't had that experience yet, but I'm still...
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
That's right.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
But I am feeling it. Yes, I
I don't
am.
even have my book up to date.
Hey, Peter, it's 7 o'clock and you've still got your pants on. What's the occasion?
Thanksgiving, obviously.
Thanksgiving.
Right?
Well, a couple weeks ago, anyway, at this point.
Yeah.
It's almost Christmas.
That's right. Christmas is right around the corner.
Oh, shit.
Time's flying.
Yep. Next thing you know, opening up camp.
I'm going to put my nutsack on your grumsack.
As he's got a Christmas hat on.
Well, because Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat.
What an asshole!
Please to put a hay penny in the old man's hat.
Hey, Penny?
It's a half a penny. Never heard of such a thing?
I don't think I recall Hey Penny.
It's in the song.
Well, fuck you and your song.
Well, you're the Mr. Kringle.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
You had
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
you had Christmas carols running Thanksgiving Day.
I was allowed to.
Well, so you should know what a hay penny is.
If you listen to the lyrics.
Put that in your...
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Put that in your shoo-shoo-doo.
Shoo-shoo-doo and smoke it.
When I bend over to push the button, my ass will be the last thing you ever see.
Jay, your book looks a lot like my old book.
What book? Oh, yes.
Because
We
somebody,
had this discussion. It's because of this general area.
somebody got it all fucked up.
And what you just said there, you crossed the line, buddy.
So you were gonna
Been through a lot.
you were gonna
It's been through John.
you were gonna give me something new, weren't you?
Cool.
Gonna...
Oh, yeah.
Nude?
We're going to do two of them?
No. Before when I
I
wasn't
have
ready,
plenty. I have a lot.
I think I have done the milk stout. Let me see here.
This one? The nitro?
I'm pretty sure I've had this one. Checking it out.
Here's what's going to happen. Taco. Kemosabi's going to have some flavor. I'm going to choose not to eat with you.
We're not going to eat together?
No. I like to recharge my batteries and shut down the engines and get myself back to neutral.
Rifling.
It's almost time for a redo on that one too.
My brother-in-law gave me this yesterday. We can share it if you'd like.
Ooh.
I've never had it.
Ooh.
I've had other ones
Oh, I
from
think
them.
I've had that.
Yeah? Special
so.
edition?
Maybe not the special edition.
I don't think I've
With
had
this
that
one. Come on.
Yeah, that could have been it. It could have been the soft mattress, or it could have been the midnight rape, or the nude gay art show that took place in my room. One of those
Nude
probably
gay
added to
art
the
show.
lack of sleep.
Nude gay art show. Oh, here we go.
Fast.
You had your special visitor on Thanksgiving, too.
Yes.
You need some pads?
Yeah.
Took a second.
You are creepy as shit.
I'm going to squeeze right in here if my thighs will let me.
His pets.
What is it?
It's DDH.
DDH?
Juice bomb.
Sloop? See, my DDH says Sloop Brewing.
DDH juice bomb.
Sloop Brewing?
Sloop Brewing, yes.
That's the one? See, because
Juice Bomb Northeast Special Edition. That's what mine is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's it. This is it. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a green light on that one.
That's his avatar, Black Dick.
Drink it up.
I realize that name is a rich joke area, but curb yourself, people. This isn't junior high. Although Black Dick is huge and veiny.
It is.
I did watch an episode of American Dad a couple days ago. The one where he turns into a woman and Patrick Stewart is trying to seduce him.
Oh, yeah, I think I've been trying to catch up on them, too, because they're actually, they're still making new ones of that, so.
Oh, yeah, they are, aren't they?
They just moved it over to TM, I don't know, a different channel. TNT, maybe?
TNT or TBS?
TBS. TNT, I think it is.
TNT?
Yeah. Yeah, from Fox, it went to...
Oh.
Because Fox didn't want to renew it, so he took it to, I think it's TNT. One of the, but they're still doing new episodes.
Oh.
So, yeah. So I'm way behind.
I see your new phone's got the beveled edge.
Yeah, my last one did too. This one I just don't have my cover on yet. So I literally got it finished before I left the house. Setting it up.
Doesn't it frighten you?
What?
With no case on it?
No, not really
Scares
worried. I got
me.
insurance. So I pay for the insurance.
Scares John.
Scares me.
Scares him.
I don't like it. No, not at all. Thank you. No.
No, not at all. Scares him.
Very skitty.
This looks nice and juicy.
Go ahead, open it.
Okay.
Crack it.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com, on buzzsprout.com, and iTunes, or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram and Facebook Live.
And on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page of Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Also on Untapped at Jay's Brew and Brewmaster Pick.
nice. And go to 151online.com for all your rock and roll needs. Pick up our debut album. Check out our content. See where we are playing next.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
And by the way,
Smell that right away. As soon as I opened it, I could smell it.
Juicy.
Tom Stanley died.
Sounds like a job for a suck machine.
How'd you know my high school nickname?
Doesn't Gene have a Christmas hat?
Yeah.
Hey, he does. It's not Christmas yet.
Yeah. Just because you cracked yours out even earlier.
Pour my own.
Well, I didn't know if
Oh, Jesus. You son of a bitch.
your milk stout looked still full, so I didn't want to mess you up.
It's not like Jay hasn't double fisted before.
Yeah.
Dirty.
Ouch.
Dirty.
Hey, don't do that. Damn, that's nasty.
Jay, word of the day.
I'm going to go with Dream Hole.
Ooh.
We did that one before. We had a whole episode called Dream Hole.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the episode that we got blocked on YouTube.
Oh, all right.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
I had to go back and re-edit it.
Yes, I recall it.
Because Sony Music didn't like our Jay playing Dark Commissar on his phone.
All right. Sorry, I used that one. Yeah, you're right. I do remember that
And
now.
Fartlick.
Fartlick,
yeah. I usually circle them. That's why I'm surprised. All right, I have another
Might have
one.
been a little intoxicated.
Looking for a little slab and pickle.
Sorry.
Got it?
Yeah. Oh, this kind of relates to John's last.
Shoo-shoo-doo?
Kinda. Slagger.
Slagger?
Yeah. And Slagger. In the 19th century English, a slagger was a workman in a blast furnace whose job it was to siphon off the stony waste material, or slag, that was produced by raw metals and ores melted at high temperatures. Even earlier than that, in 16th century English, slagger was a verb commonly used to mean to loiter or creep or to stumble or walk awkwardly.
John.
Slagger.
John, when he
Which
gets
now we call
drunk.
stagger.
Creep or slagger.
So slagger.
Yeah,
Slagger.
You know,
John was slaggering Wednesday night.
There's a process in making the ancient samurai sword, and part of it is to wrap it in hay and put it back in the forge, remove it, and then put slag on it and put it back in. So it's part of the process of hardening the steel.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
So what do you think? Good?
Yes, it's good. I'm debating between 4.75 and 5, really. I think my last juice bomb, because I'm pretty sure my sister brought one of these, and I had already checked it in, and I think I gave it a 5. Yeah, that's good. On the other, it wasn't this special edition.
What does it? What's the taste on it?
It's juicy, fruity.
It's citrus.
Deliciousness.
Yep.
So good. It's my kind of IPA, really.
It's very citrusy.
Mm-hmm.
Very citrusy.
Super yummy.
Super citrus.
Yeah, that is a juice bomb.
Super citrus.
Sloop, he gets buddies that go down to Sloop quite a bit. So
where is it?
I got this yesterday. Down, it's Elizaville, but it's like mid Hudson Valley kind of
local.
Yeah.
So that offers a 5 because that's what's the topper usually for me is if it's close vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving it a 5.
All right. I'll go with you.
Lervet.
Lervet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nearby 4 square venues. Super Club Super Sex.
Yes!
Comes up on them. I guess I'll check in there.
Woo!
Club Super Sex.
In my research for trying to find my brake drum for the forge that we talked about in the last episode, I was looking for there was something on Broadway, but I never found it.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did accidentally run into is that crazy ass building. The last thing I knew was there is they used to do like really specialized butchering for like I think they used to do chickens for people that have very specific needs. I want to say like
Guyanese people?
Yes. You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, right there. Yeah. Yeah, it's like the whole slaughter process has to go. Well, it used to be right there, but now I drove by it and it's like another world. So it's like a sex shop now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
And
that was a
where?
weird transformation.
In Schenectady or Rotterdam?
On Broadway. Yeah. on
Broadway.
Yeah.
Really? Whereabouts?
Upper Broadway?
No, when you take the right to go to Prettles. Underneath the bridge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
And what did it used to be?
It used to be that crazy Guyanese butcher shop.
And now it's a sex shop?
Yeah. I'm totally.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
Totally confused by the whole thing. It's a huge transformation.
Wow.
It's like a religious butcher shop, and now it's a sex toy
Butcher
shop.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
Oh, the one I remember most is across the street from that. That building used to be a pretty good auto parts store.
I spent a lot of fucking money in that place. It
Yeah.
was like it was like a 3-letter word.
Oh, right about there?
Yes.
So right when you're going under the 890.
Yes. Yeah. Right there.
Yeah, 'cause Jeff Hughes used to go there too.
Yeah, it was a great shop.
Yeah, he had great shit. The guy had a weird toupee, but
Yeah, that was a good auto parts shop.
It seems like another world has been like in every single place in Schenectady.
They just get booted.
They just
all
keep
the time.
yeah.
I thought they were in like Rotterdam.
There's one. I thought there was one that there was that one that used to pass all the time on Altamont Ave, right at the end there, as you go down underneath
across from like Jiffy Lube.
Yeah, but maybe they needed that. Maybe the Schenectady location was a hotbed. I imagine it would be.
Oh, yeah, a lot of sex offenders.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Jesus. What's this world coming to where you can't just go to a store and get creepy?
I still feel weird
You are
about
a
that.
smelly pirate hooker.
I mean, you can just go to the internet and order things. You know what I mean? That seems a lot safer to me.
Oh.
I mean, just the right person could see you walking in or out of there. And
different people have different needs.
Tell your, tell your mom and dad some weird shit about you.
Like I told you, me and Tim were amazed. Well, it's New York City, so I mean, there's millions of people. But when me and Tim were in that shop, and that woman was like, I mean, she was dressed in like a business, suit, dress, skirt, everything, hot as hell. And she went in there, and they had her bag or whatever, put it up there. She knew exactly what she wanted and left and everything.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, and your mind's just going, oh my Lord, what is in that bag?
I want to know the contents of the bag.
What are you going to be doing to yourself later, or
Yes.
what, or to who, or oh my Lord. That was the one we went into that strip club, and Tim's like, all scared to go in. And I'm like, dude, we're in New York. We're 3 hours away in New York City with millions of people. I go, if somebody fucking recognizes you, I will fucking pay you fucking $100 right now. He was like all like worried about going into it. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I think that's.
Meanwhile, I'm in the doorway going, let's go fucking in here.
I think that's the part that turned him on, though. He liked that scary part. Like
that's the one when we saw the woohoo woman. Who I think we actually saw her innards.
That's
your
close up.
stomach?
That's close up, right?
She bent right over and put her hands around her ass and literally, I'm not saying that to be funny. She made that noise and went woohoo, woohoo at us. We were like,
it talks.
Yeah, like holy Jesus. Yeah, it was like
talent.
Talent. That is fucked up, man. That was fucked up. That was probably the best one when we went down there. That was fucked. And then she wanted to fucking she was trying to sell the champagne service, the private room thing and everything. Basically, she came out, she's like, well, fuck you in the back room. You know what I mean? It's like, no, thank you. No. No. But Tim being afraid of all that, but he then tries to talk me into staying for the freak show.
Right, yeah,
which was behind a door that was frosted over and just said freak show. You couldn't even see in.
Freak show.
Yeah, he goes, well, let's just wait an hour, go to the freak show. I'm like, dude, I can't see in there. We go in there, we get hit over the heads. We're the fucking freak show.
You are the freak show.
I'm
like hanging upside down when you wake up.
Remember our trip down there was his bachelor party, wasn't it?
Oh, yes.
No, my bachelor party.
Your bachelor party?
Yeah, it was his.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yep.
He was divorced
Stadium?
by then, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Me, the three of us, and, well, somebody we won't discuss because we don't know where he is. Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah. We.
I can't believe you found him and we still haven't been able to get him.
Yeah, so close.
Yeah, you should have put the cuffs on him and just dragged him.
John watched a movie that he's fascinated with doing with Jeff. Is a movie called Tag.
Yes. Yeah. We got.
It's actually it's on a true story about a bunch of guys who from like high school, and maybe even earlier than that, played tag. So what they decided to do was every April or something, they play tag, even though they're kind of dispersed throughout the country.
Okay.
So as adults, they still play tag, and they do these elaborate things to get the other person, like to tag people.
Really?
Yeah. And they made a movie about it called Tag. It's
We
got
should do it.
Yeah, the movie was pretty funny, but yeah, they actually go and do this it's like every April or something.
We could add in some people like that have no idea, just so we can try.
They show them dressed up as old ladies and stuff,
and we're like, so we go to California, we show up at his door, tag you're out of there.
Yeah, but the problem
the story later.
Yeah, but the problem is if they don't want to play, then you've tagged somebody who's never going to tag anybody else.
Will he play?
I don't think so. So, but I guess they've been doing this since they were in middle school or something like that as kids, and there's a whole bunch of them. They said they've done it at the one guy was in the room with his wife while she was giving birth,
will Chris play?
And got tagged, and one of the guys walked in there and tagged him.
A little angry.
Yeah,
ring the bell. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Tag.
Bam, out of the door.
It's only in 1 month though. Like you pick a month to do it in. So everybody's kind of like more like watching out during that month.
Did we mention the show we're going to? Very exciting.
Did we I don't
think so.
I thought we were talking about last time.
Yeah, I think
But
we
don't know
did
if
talk
was
about
on
it last
air,
time.
but
Yeah, I don't know if it was on air. That we are going to Maiden.
Yes, Iron Maiden.
Iron Maidens.
But we're going to hear some old music rather than all new stuff.
Yeah, they're going to do some classic stuff, which is awesome. And now that Jay is, I know Jay's an Iron Maiden fan.
oh yeah,
We gotta
Love Iron Maiden.
we gotta get. Well, actually, the podcast after this one, Tom and Chris are coming down to do, and we're doing an Iron Maiden podcast.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking a bunch of Iron Maiden songs to do one versus the other type of thing, because we can't do top 10 or top 5s with all those people because it's like a 3-hour podcast.
Right. 3-hour tour.
Yeah, sometimes we have those long podcasts just with us. But yes, we're going to see Iron Maiden in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe the last time for some of us. Should be good.
Could be.
Should be a good show. That's in August. Fuck, I'll forget about it by then.
I'll probably buy a shirt.
It's a long way away.
What?
Shirt. It's a long ways away.
Yeah, it is a real long ways away.
I don't give a rat's ass. Gives me something to, those are the kind of things that it's sort of like the dentist. You make a 6-month appointment.
No, it's not.
You make a 6-month appointment, you're like, that's no big deal. It's a long time away. I don't even have to worry about it. But then when it gets there, you're like, oh, it's there. So that's the thing that helps me get through these brutal seasons. Like
the dentist?
I have appointments. I already have
dentist.
Appointments right now for the summer. So I'm very excited. That's a summer appointment. I already have.
It's a late summer appointment.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you just kiss my left nut?
The hot season. It's the hot season. Like January.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
August is the hot season.
Hot and wet.
Oh my God.
Chillin' with Jay's Brew.
Hi, honey.
Chillin' with Jay's Brew. Chillin' with Jay's Brew.
Hi, honey.
Give me back your pen, asshole. You gotta play with my shit.
You're trying to write on me. That's like rule number 1.
And I said it, and I heard Jay instantly. He's playing with your shit.
Everything that guy just says is bullshit. Thank you.
All right. So this is, I had a lot of options here, but I don't have this one. So it's one of the older ones I have had in my collection. This is McKellar Brewing. We've had, I think, maybe have had some of theirs. This is out of San Diego.
Damn, I don't have any more. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
You don't have that?
No, I don't have it up.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
So this is Freddie Mercury from McKellar. I'm trying to
that's good with the new movie coming out. Or out, I should say.
It's already out. Oh. Being toasted. Sorry.
I know. I'm toasting. Greg's been drinking here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's in Florida.
Yeah, Greg's drinking it up. Like
For Thanksgiving, the week Thanksgiving, he went to... He says they went to Legoland for the kid, but I think Greg had more fun than the kid did.
I think he's still
It seemed like he was having a lot of fun.
Yeah. He had that fun. Greg. Hey, he's living it up because he's going under the knife.
Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta
You got to
have
do
a
it.
good time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm trying to find the beer here on their website. Sorry.
Yeah, his drinking arm's going to be out of commission for a little while.
Well, he'll go lefty.
Go lefty.
No. I think he's righty, and it's left hand.
Yeah,
it's
I
his
think
left shoulder.
if I remember his complaints, I remember it like this. So I think it's his left.
Yeah, so he should be able to.
So he should be able to drive. I thought that was one of the problems. He couldn't drive, or the driving was because of the meds. That maybe for.
I think some of that.
A
Yeah.
lot of fucking beer here. Hang on.
Yeah. So he'll be able to. He'll be able to drink and jerk off. Let's
You'd only need one hand for that, for sure.
for jerking off.
Yeah, I mean, it's a special occasion that you can do. But
What were we talking about? What did Tom bring up? The stranger, where you put your left hand. You get your.
Yeah, we have that clip.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Have you ever had a stranger?
You ever had a stranger?
Sit on your hand till it falls asleep. Yeah, all right. Oh, I can't. They have apparently a lot of beer.
I think Tom was bringing that up, and I said, "Well, I like to pretend. I like to pretend that I'm in a threesome and go right, left, right, left, right, left."
You gotta sit on both of your hands. Then.
I didn't say I wanted the right one to be a stranger.
Ah, there it is. Freddie Mercury. It's spelled Murkery.
See, I wish we could use some sound bits right now.
I'm being toasted, so I can't get the thing to open. So.
Oh, is it my fault? Because I'm
Yes.
toasting you a lot right now.
Yes.
Oh, good going, John.
Well, you've been drinking a lot since the last time I checked in.
Yeah.
So should I stop toasting you?
Thank you.
Yes, please.
A full release ensures a rejuvenative rest and promotes a winning attitude.
Sorry.
Especially with a stranger.
Very unprepared. There it goes.
I stopped toasting you. See how helpful that was?
It's not opening up. All right. Let me try something else. Sorry. Very unprepared.
Let me see what we have here. I'm looking to McKellar.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, my muffins are ready.
It's a New England style IPA. Coming in at 9%. Let's just drink it.
Fuck it, let's drink it.
McKellar's the brewery?
McKellar, San Diego. They're actually from Denmark, but they have a brewing operations in San Diego also.
There we go, Freddie Mercury. That's not the way it's spelt normally, is it?
No.
It's a little
It's usually
different.
a C. They change it to a K. Not sure why.
Ooh, that's a big, beautiful glass of beer right there.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
There we go.
And we mean that with love, San Diego.
I was going to say, don't chase them away. The beer here's from there. Were you a south side right there?
South side, yep.
Oh, I like the options. It's got smooth, creamy, sweet, and soft. Sounds like sex to me.
All right. I'm in.
I'm touching myself tonight.
Sounds like John's night when he's done here.
Smooth, creamy, sweet, soft. And I end it there.
Go fuck yourself.
Where's Club Super Sex? That's the closest place.
Did it come up on yours?
Yeah,
too?
I want to know where that is.
I don't know. Apparently it's someplace.
Mohawk
Why
Valley
don't you
Marine.
go back to your home on Whore Island?
Before that is Club Super Sex. We're Googling it.
Club Super Sex, and then it's the Army base.
Yeah, I know. I wonder if it's on the Army base. They're not allowed.
All right. Oh.
A full release ensures a rejuvenative rest and promotes a winning attitude.
Holy shit, that's good.
Oh, Fuck yeah, it is.
Wow.
Yes.
That is smooth as hell.
Oh, no.
For
It
9%.
is.
There's the smooth part.
It's smooth, creamy, sweet, and soft. I'm going to hit them just because they're there.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it just went to 5, didn't it?
Real quick.
Yeah, this
real
is.
quick.
The smell is citrus, little mostly orange. I get a lot of orange out of it myself. But.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, it's smooth. Whew.
Yeah, this is one.
That is a nice IPA.
What's the alcohol content?
9%.
Ooh, that's
it's pretty good.
Not crazy.
That's I could easily drink half before even coming to a conclusion on
fucking...
like all of the details that are going into that.
It's very juicy.
So
it's it's creamy and juicy and yeah, it's Club Super Sex.
It is.
Oh, my muffins are ready.
Yeah,
it's sex.
Going to 5.
Sex in a crowd.
I wish I was Beyonce.
Club Super. What's? I lost this whole Club Super Sex thing.
On our app.
Yeah, explain it to the people at home.
If you are at a bar somewhere, having a beer for somewhere, well, we're on Untapped.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is your
Untapped. No, you're explaining it. I mean, it's when your location comes up, it brings up locations around you.
So are we Club Super Sex?
There's got to be
apparently some place around here is Club Super Sex.
Right. No, there's got to be a real place around here close by that's called Club Super Sex.
It says the venues nearby are Club Super Sex, Stratton Air.
Oh, they let you
the first one that comes up right there.
do they let you create one?
You can create one. Yes,
you should create homebrew studios.
It's kind of a bitch. I've tried to do it before.
Yeah, you can do it. I mean, I don't know. We can do homebrew studios.
Yeah, I've tried to do it, and I've had a lot of trouble. Like, I tried to do the camp,
and
I've had a ton of problems with that.
I never tried.
That might be harder because they're having trouble. They might have trouble finding you.
I tried to do my parents' house too, and
They shouldn't, but it does. The
I know.
GPS, so.
I have people I know that live a block over. And they're the Gazillos, and they have, it says No Gazillo's house. So it's possible. I just haven't figured out how to do it yet. Because I have tried. If I figure it out, I'll definitely make one for the studio, for sure. Super juicy.
Oh, yeah.
Super juicy. What are you? I'm super juicy.
Creamy and juicy.
It makes me a little horny.
All right.
That is good. That is really good.
Hold them up.
Creamy and juicy.
Creamy and juicy.
So just to reiterate, it's McKellar brewer.
Yep.
Great beer, by the way. What is it?
Freddie Mercury by McKellar.
Yeah, with a K.
Delicious.
With a K. Oh my god, that's fucking awesome.
I am not gay, senor. You just make me do gay things.
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury goes down smooth.
Yeah, he does.
And creamy.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
checking
awesome.
it in.
I wanted to get this one for the Queen thing that we did, but it was a little late.
Oh yeah.
It was a little. I knew it was around, but it wasn't available.
Available
to me. So
still got to see that movie.
Yeah, I
me
want to
too.
also. Yeah, should all go see it.
Actually, you know what?
It is the holiday weekend.
Yeah, but I wonder if
Samantha would probably go see it. What's the rule now for age-wise?
What do you mean? What's the rule?
Is it an R movie?
I don't know. It is, but you're her parent. You can bring her in.
So I can bring her. I don't know. I don't pay attention to what the rules are. I
You-
mean, I assume I can, but you know,
An adult can bring a kid
Yeah.
into an R movie. Yeah.
a child. I mean, she's not.
No,
But
she's
say-
a teenager.
Say she
Yeah.
was not even say she was under 14. Can a parent bring a?
Yeah. You can bring any.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know.
You're
that.
the parent. Basically, basically, it's them saying you're the parent.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she'd like that movie, and she's definitely seen worse.
Parental guidance suggested.
Well, yeah, I'll guide.
I was going to say, oh, look at this. You guys got a lot of cheers going on now. I sent it out to the band. Both
right.
Tom and Greg both said cheers and beers. Or that's what Tom said, cheers and beers, and Greg said cheers, gentlemen.
Let Tom know Stan Lee died.
Hold on. Can I send a video? Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. We got it. Okay, access. Oh, I don't know. Allow camera access. Yeah. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, microphone, yes. Hold it here. Oh, can I turn it to video? Oh, that's from the way around. I know, right? Crazy shit. All right, you ready? When I count down, we're going to say, hey, Tom, Stan Lee died. You ready?
Hey, Tom.
Stan Lee died.
I'm going to send him that. Oh, I so love being an asshole.
He's touching himself tonight.
Yes, I am.
Mr. Grinch.
Oh, Greg toasted us already.
Oh, so busy.
Greg's on the ball.
Oh, he's so busy.
Legoland must be quiet.
All right, one last time.
Great beer, by the way.
Yeah.
What is it?
McKellar Brewing of San Diego. Freddie Mercury with a K. That's a New England style IPA.
We're giving it 5 all the way around.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. There's no. Yeah, we can't even do. We haven't done cards on so long. Color, aroma, flavor, drinkability.
The only thing that would possibly mark it down is it's not local, but we found it local.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
With Southside, it's just amazing.
Yeah, Southside. Yeah.
Chillin' with Jay's Brew. Chillin' with Jay's Brew.
Hi, honey.
Chillin' with Jay's Brew.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power.
Finger painting?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's podcast at gmail.com, on buzzsprout.com, and iTunes, or
at Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram and Facebook Live.
And our YouTube channel and our Facebook page of Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Also on Untapped at Jay's Brew and Brewmaster Pick.
And go to 151online.com for find all your rock and roll needs. Pick up our debut CD, check out our videos, check out our music, and find out where we are playing near you next.
Oh, I have a fun little game.
Oh, fuck.
Jay doesn't get to know what our name changes are, so right now we have new ones. So I'm going to name a couple of the new nicknames for our group right now.
On the group Facebook group text, Messenger, we started using that because we had problems with regular group texting. Somebody was getting left out and it was fucking up.
Okay.
So we went to
John.
John, but no, Tom had some issues too.
Like I think I straightened my stuff out, and then Tom started getting all.
But then Tom got us and started using the messenger for Facebook, which is like texting.
But it's way more fun.
Yeah,
you can change nicknames.
We created the group.
The group can change.
The group we change the group name all the time. But lately, what's the group name?
Viva la 151.
Viva la 151. And then you can change. We can change our nicknames.
Okay.
So I'm
gonna
tell you a couple of our nicknames, and you tell us like what the genre sort of is. Like,
wait.
Sometimes
we try to pick a topic like it's.
Usually it's movies or TV shows. It's sometimes we try to throw TV show characters out there and see if we can stump everybody else.
The person, or am I picking?
You want to think of the show or
he's going to put the nickname out there, and you can figure out where it comes from. Like I did Oscar Goldman.
What, for this one?
No, I did before I did Oscar Goldman.
But before this one was I was Stanley Roper.
Okay.
Do you know who that
company?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oscar Goldman, if you remember from the $6 Million Man, he was
It's too deep for me.
He was.
I love the $6 Million Man, but that's.
Well, he was the guy there that was like his handler.
Okay.
And then Tom went deeper and went to the doctor, Rudy Wells.
Wow.
So we go pretty deep.
Too deep for me.
No, I think you could get this one.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to start out with
the 80s were a flash for
me. Okay, I'll start with mine. I think Tom's will give it away. I think, but yours is Dewey Oxberger. No.
Next question.
Next one would be.
These are all from the same movie.
Okay.
Sergeant Big Toe
Holka.
Oh, that's Stripes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
John Candy, Dewey Oxberger.
Yeah. Okay. Now it rang a bell, but I wasn't quite sure.
Oh, and you went John Winger.
I went John Winger for that one. Yeah.
All right. Yep.
Yeah. So this is what we'll do sometimes. We'll start going. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll start going. We'll start going in rounds like that.
All right.
Although
I think it might have started actually. That day with the Spinal Tap drummers.
We've been doing it ever since we could change the names, but
I didn't catch on until then. I
think.
Because they were like, "Oh, you know all of them." I was like, I didn't. I did Google them.
Yeah,
that's how I knew it.
Really. Oh, yeah. And we went because we were doing. John felt left out, so he went Bionic Woman. Went Jamie Summers. That got Tom laughing. Oh, because I went Furley, and you went Roper. Yeah,
I went Roper. What the funniest thing with Roper though? When I looked up his videos the funniest thing that he used to do, not a lot. You didn't see a lot of it, but the funny, exactly. He stopped. He'd like make a joke and be like. And he look at the camera. That was funny shit.
That was funny. A creepy smile.
The
other
one was he's about Jack.
There was only a few shows that they used to do that. Tom Selleck used to do it on Magnum all the time when he'd turn to the camera suddenly and give that look.
I think that's a great
That's breaking
move.
the fourth wall. That's not. Well, they tell you that you're not supposed to do that.
I love that move, and it's not supposed to.
Jack Tripper's buddy on Three's Company, Dallas.
We know
something.
Yeah, we know. It's on there.
No, he changed it to Holka.
Oh,
Tom went deep. Dallas something or other, Dallas or something.
Larry Dallas.
Larry. Yeah.
Well, I remember them saying like,
Larry.
"Oh, it's Larry."
Yeah, Larry.
But you didn't hear Larry.
Yeah,
Dallas
because he always used to. He was always at the bar. They were always at. What was the bar? Shit.
The Flamingo.
No.
Pull that out of my ass because it sounded right, but
it had a name. Fuck. Now you're gonna make me look it up, you asshole. Here, while he's
Larry
looking
Dallas.
it up.
He was a card. What
an asshole.
What an asshole!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to
With Bob and John.
And Jay.
The Regal Beagle.
Yep.
The Regal Beagle was the bar.
Beagle.
Our top 10, John was talking, I think, in the last podcast about Marissa Tomei.
Oh, so good.
And her
So good.
nipples.
Oh, so good.
But we were watching that. It's one of those things where we started it at some point, and then all of a sudden John Cole comes in and sits down, and we all of a sudden we're like, well, we're watching this movie, The Wrestler, with Mickey Rourke there.
Yep.
And so when we were looking for top 10, I was like, why not just 80s wrestlers?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're going with, I think we talked about once before like that as a topic, and I don't think it got to fruition. So
I think you put some rules that I forgot. I might have broken the rules.
Oh, the only rule, of course.
Breaking the law.
Fucking shock, John.
Fuck the rules.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Bob and your rules.
Go fuck yourself.
Bob and your rules.
John, and breaking the rule, never following the rules.
Breaking the law.
But yeah, hold it. But if I don't say the rules, then you get mad at me because I don't have the rules.
I agree with you, Bob.
So-
You're absolutely
Go
right.
fuck yourself.
You need parameters.
Yeah.
do
So the parameters is that there are guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker who wrestled in the 80s, late 80s, but they weren't The Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin. They weren't their characters that made him famous yet. So we decided like not to use those guys. Anybody who hadn't wrestled in the 80s as the character that made them famous, we just didn't go with. Like The Undertaker, like Stone Cold.
Hopefully they could have started before the 80s. And
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, okay.
Absolutely.
I hope so. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But like if we were doing wrestlers in the 70s,
I'm afraid
we wouldn't
the
use.
Undertaker made my list.
I told you that one too, you dick.
Yeah, that was clearly out.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
That was clearly out.
Yeah. Like if we were doing wrestlers in the 70s, you wouldn't do Hulk Hogan because even though he wrestled in the late 70s, he wasn't Hulk Hogan until the 80s.
Right. Gotcha.
What was the Undertaker in the 80s?
He went through like a whole bunch of them.
See, I don't remember that. I really don't.
Because it was in like WCW and we didn't get that as much up here. We were WWE land up here.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Or WWF. So
I remember us having a
which
conversation.
like all of
about
mine
that.
is WWF because that's what we got. We didn't get.
I tried to. Stick
We
with
didn't
that.
get NWA or WCW and all that. Even though now
list-
I know about all those.
Actually,
guys.
when I did my list, I was like a little shocked by myself.
of knowing them.
No. More of like, I don't want to give anything away, but like I'm a little surprised at like who I used to root for at the time compared to who I really think at this point now is like we're like the really great ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guess that's
Sometimes that happens.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, it was odd the way. Yeah, it just brought back memories.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Do you want to start?
Sure. And I took this
Number 10.
I took this one because I for some reason I'm a little torn here. It might have been Hacksaw Jim Duggan that was the Glens Falls guy.
Yeah.
All right, so I thought maybe this guy was him, but Hillbilly Jim was one of the nice guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was just one of those nice guys, and he had
that theme song. Don't go when the country boy, whatever. With the fucking.
And at that time, even the article I read, they were like, he's the only one that could have pulled off the overalls and the hair and the beard and all that stuff. And then on top of it, was like, it's really politically incorrect. It would like never be go over right now.
Well,
you'd have to be, you know what I mean? That would never Hillbilly.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
I was just listening to a podcast and they had the two wrestlers from the 90s and the 2000s, Edge and Christian. They're not wrestling anymore, but they have this podcast, and in the first part of the podcast they were interviewing Nita Strauss, which is what I was listening to, and they had Shawn Michaels afterwards. And they were making fun of it because they were making fun of Hillbilly Jim because they were talking. Shawn Michaels was talking about he was doing a movie or something like that, and they made fun of it because I guess Hillbilly Jim got into the Hall of Fame, the WWE Hall of Fame, and they had the big night right before WrestleMania and everything. And I guess he talked for like 2 hours, and they were like making fun of it, like, "Oh, you mean when you were off making the movie while Hillbilly Jim was talking?"
Yeah, I ran across that one. I remember him being like one of the nice guys.
Yeah. Yeah, he was one of the. Yeah, it'd be hard for him to be a heel.
Which will bring
Jay?
me up to some of my later ones that were surprising to me.
I'm going King Kong Bundy.
King Kong Bundy. I heard he still actually wrestles.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the big guys attracted me for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, it was a big back then. It was a big. The '80s was the WWF was a big guy world.
Yeah, it was.
You know, not a lot of smaller guys.
Yep.
And they made it. My number 10 is the Iron Sheik.
I thought about that. Iron Sheik. He was on my big list.
Yeah, he was definitely real close then.
You know what I wanted to do with this one, because neither one of these made my list? What I kind of wanted to do was the conflict between Iron Sheik and Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I wanted. Because I remember
you got to throw in his tag team partner Nikolai Volkov.
Yeah.
He just died this year, actually. Volkov.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
That's kind of like the camel clutch.
Camel clutch. Yeah,
that's classic.
Yeah. Well, I remember that because the first wrestling match I ever saw was the championship match between Hogan and Sheik, where Hogan wins the title from him in like '84, and he getting out of the camel clutch that he had him in those boots.
The
boots. Yeah, the curly boots.
Shoes.
That's great.
What kind of boat guys are we?
There seems to have been a misunderstanding about what kind of boat guys we're going to be.
John, you're number 9.
Well, apparently this was unacceptable, but I took The Undertaker. I didn't realize that was my number.
I had a conversation with you about it.
I know, but when I was really thinking about it, it was like,
but you were basically saying, oh, fuck Bob.
Yeah. I think, because he still comes out and does his little shtick thing.
Yeah, I know, but The Undertaker technically never existed in the 80s.
I didn't really realize
he debuted in 1990.
Yeah, I didn't really realize it.
You mean like what I told you?
Yeah, that's why.
It was clearly outlined.
What are you going to do?
Go fuck yourself.
That's right.
Jay, you're number 9?
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh!
Yeah.
I just read he's in the hospital.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I see you.
I see you.
I see you. I saw that when I was doing this homework for this. No.
We should go visit him?
Ho!
Yeah, Hacksaw.
Yeah, isn't that what he did?
Hacksaw.
Oh!
Yeah, and he had the 2x4.
Yeah, he always came out with the 2x4.
Yeah. My number 9. My number 9 is the Honky Tonk Man.
Honky Tonk Man.
I'm cool. I'm nasty. I'm bad. He used to come out with the Mouth of the South. Jimmy Hart was his manager.
Yep.
If I was going to go there, I think I might have taken Junkyard Dog.
Oh, he was
on my big.
Yeah, he's on the big list. Yeah, JYD. Yep. I remember the Honky Tonk Man was the longest Intercontinental reigning champion. He held it forever, and then within 15 seconds, he came out to the ring at one of the pay-per-views. I think it was SummerSlam or something. He said he was supposed to wrestle Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Remember that guy.
But he got fucked up in a sailing accident where he really smashed his face all to pieces, and lucky he lived. So they had him go out there, and he did the open challenge, anybody, and then the Ultimate Warrior came out, slammed him, pinned him, and took back off, and won the Intercontinental title in 5 seconds after the guy held it for over a year. I thought that was hilarious. You're number 8, Jean.
Jesse, the Body Ventura.
Mm-hmm. He didn't really wrestle that much in the 80s, but I'll give it to you. He was a obviously prevalent as a commentator.
He didn't spend.
Let me tell you something, McMahon.
He didn't spend a lot of time compared to all these other names in the ring.
I think he was I think his career fell short because of blood clots, I heard. So he ran into a problem with that.
But he definitely gained popularity through wrestling.
Oh, hell yeah. No, there's nothing better than Jesse the Body on commentary.
yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
On commentary.
Yeah. Him and McMahon doing commentary.
I could listen to that.
Yeah.
Like, I could actually listen and not watch.
Oh, the commentators are so miserable now.
I
They're
know,
so boring.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. They were so colorful and they yeah.
It was funny. It was a good thing to listen to. It was fun.
Yeah. When Piper did a little bit of it, Piper was awesome.
He was awesome.
Yeah. Jay, you're number 8.
Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Love that guy.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Oh my God, love him.
Jimmy Superfly and a coconut.
Yep. Yeah.
I remember that being, as a kid, you're thinking that was so real and such a big deal when he got nailed with the coconut.
Flying all over the place. And
No, but when Piper nailed him with the coconut.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought, as a kid, you don't know it's fake, so you're like,
clothes come off like
Jimmy Superfly Snooker.
No, clothes come off like clothes on a hooker, and I can fly like Jimmy Superfly Snooker. That's it. Yes, I think I got that one from
died
you.
in 2017.
Yes,
yeah.
Shame.
Yeah, his daughter actually is in wrestling in WWE. Yeah,
he was a Samoan too, wasn't he?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I thought he was one of the Samoans.
I have no idea.
He
They're
is.
all.
Is
he?
He's a Tongan.
Tongan. So that's Samoan. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Fijian.
Fijian
Fijian?
Islands.
Fijian.
I think they all think of themselves Samoans or whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Sorry if Fijians.
Yeah, don't want to insult anybody.
Insult Fijians.
Yeah,
right.
He was with the. You get up there with the.
Oh,
and he did the big leap. That big leap from the steel cage onto.
I want
now. Can you tell me who he landed on from that legendary?
Well, he's done a lot of them.
No, that was the big one where he was in Madison Square Garden, where he went up to the top of the cage and did it off the cage. First time that was ever done, and everything.
Hogan?
No. The Magnificent Morocco.
Oh yeah. That guy got more air than anybody I've seen to this day.
You haven't watched wrestling in a long time, because there are dudes that would put him to shame.
He set the bar, though.
Absolutely, first time. Yeah, that was a leader in that type of shit.
Absolutely.
My number 8 is Money, the $1 Million Man.
No, you like that guy. I didn't like that guy, but he's.
That's what was so great about him, though, is you fucking hated him.
I know.
He'd do those little things like he'd give the kid $100 if he dribbled the basketball so many times. He'd get right up and he'd kick the basketball out from him.
Jeff all the way.
Yes. And Jeff loved the $1 Million Man because of that
he
shit.
Did too. Absolutely.
Yeah. Whenever I saw the $1 Million, the $1 Million Man, that's Jeff Brooker right there. And think about they got the shit they got away with. They gave him a black servant named Virgil.
Yeah. And that
Jesus Christ.
20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Got away with a lot of shit.
They gave him a black servant named Virgil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's awesome. That is awesome. They could get away with that shit. Oh my Lord! You're number 8, John? Or no? Do you went? No, that was my. No, sorry.
That was my 8.
7.
John's number 7.
No, did you do 8?
Snuka.
Snuka. You did what for 8?
$1 Million Man.
For my 7, I took Hulk Hogan.
Wow, that's pretty low.
All right.
Yes, and that's what I'm telling you. Like, I was surprised by my choices because I think as far as rooting goes, I was a fan of Hulk and rooted for him. But throughout all of the years, there's some things that really I dig more about now.
Well, he was more of a kid's type of thing than you're an adult. It's not so much.
like when I'm looking at some of these wrestlers, and all of them have done a little bit, Hulk included, kind of went to the dark side at one time too.
Yeah, Hulk finally did.
So
Hollywood Hogan.
So I started to look at how they portrayed their.
Was that when he did the porn movie?
Too,
No, not that, but
I mean, hell, you gotta appreciate Hulk was in Rocky too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was a big thing too.
Rocky 3.
Yeah. But still, he fell down on my list because I've learned to love some other attributes of some other wrestlers.
Yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah.
Want to go dark?
Yeah.
There you go.
Jay, you're number 7.
We're gonna split it.
Yeah, sure. Jesse the Body.
Ooh, 2 Jesse the Bodies.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of Jesse, to be honest with you.
What?
Yep.
'Cause I think of him as a commentator, so I was thinking about people actually wrestling.
Well, he had to get there somehow.
I know, but in the 80s, he was the main commentator. You know what I mean?
Okay.
This is McKellar also.
But then again, you guys picking him doesn't. I don't think doesn't.
All right.
There's no issue with it. I think it's right.
Doesn't break the rules, right?
No.
Whoa! Look at that. Pouring chocolate milk, baby.
I've had it, so give yourself some more.
My number 7 is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Oh, he's on my big list.
Right.
I didn't get to see all the Ric Flair stuff with him in the early 80s and late 70s because we didn't get NWA or what do you call it, all that other Southern wrestling up here.
Wrestling.
But obviously, the 2 big ones that I remember from the 80s was him and Macho Man at WrestleMania 3. That was a big one. And him and Jake the Snake Roberts having a big
Macho
thing.
Man, Randy Savage.
So
Ricky the Steamboat?
Ricky the Steamboat. Yeah, Ricky the Steamboat.
He was
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
He was on my big list. For sure.
Oh, man.
That was your 7?
Yeah, that was my 7. What do you got for 6?
Again, these 2 I feel right hand in hand with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate Warrior, and Hogan. I think the 2 of them had really similar vibes for me. Mostly positive. Like Ultimate Warrior never. I don't think he went to the dark side. I don't remember him being a bad guy.
He didn't really stay around long enough.
Yeah, he wasn't in for as many years.
He had issues with WWE and stuff. So
yep.
And yeah, he was kind of a strange dude. And
I mean, if you asked me this question when were we watching at Jeff's house? It's probably 90s.
90s, yeah.
If you asked me then,
the Warrior
probably my number 1 pick.
The Warrior's right on the Warrior's right on the tilt. Like he would have been one of those ones where he probably came to popularity in '89. You know what I mean? As the Ultimate Warrior. Yeah. So 88, 89. So he's right at the end of the 80s there. He did most of his stuff as the Ultimate Warrior in the 90s. Where that WrestleMania that we're talking about that we watched at Jeff's was the Hogan Warrior thing. That was 90.
Right.
Yeah. That was 1990.
And he was awesome, but like I said, I have some reasons for my other picks. So,
Jay, you're number 6.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Ooh, yeah, dig it. Step into a Slim Jim.
There's Miss Elizabeth.
Miss Elizabeth.
I have a dick in my mouth.
Sounds like you have a dick in your mouth.
Oh, the Macho Man.
And back to the movie. We were saying how kind of sad the wrestler was, the movie. And look at how many of the people on these lists are gone.
Yeah, a lot of them. A lot of them.
Warrior's gone.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't even finished yet, but there's quite a few.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There is.
So obviously it's not an easy life.
No.
Right.
Nope.
Where's my foot?
That's for sure.
Who turned you?
The Macho Man. Macho Madness.
He gone?
Yeah. He died of a heart attack while driving. Yeah. They say he was a crazy little bugger, too. Crazy little bugger.
I'm sure.
What do you think?
Is it me? Oh. Good. My number 6 is Andre the Giant.
He was a
nice
behemoth.
Yeah, that's the only thing is you get bored sometimes after watching Andre matches because he's only got a couple things he does because he's so big.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Huge skills, but he had a huge body.
he had huge box office because he was so big. Because nobody was as big as Andre, you know. But and if you want to see some funny Andre stuff and everything, HBO did that documentary on him, which was really good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he hated the Macho Man, I guess.
Oh yeah,
because the Macho Man used to. In the documentary, it said he used to oil himself up, and he hated it because he couldn't grab them. So he'd be in the back in the locker room, and he'd go, "No oil, no oil," and then of course he'd do it. He'd go out there, and Andre used to step on his hair because Savage, I guess, was really freaked out about his hair. Because even Hogan or any of them was like, Andre did what he wanted to do to you in the ring.
Yeah.
No matter how big you thought you were,
yeah.
He did what you wanted to do because you weren't going to beat him. You know, at WrestleMania 3, Hogan said, when I went to go lift him, I didn't have 100% confirmation that he agreed to all this.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm still curious how it works because I know there's a certain level of script, but there's still also a element of...
I think it depends on the wrestler. I've heard stories where like Hogan and the Andre the Giant thing said he wrote down the whole match, gave it to Vince, and he brought it to Andre, and Andre agreed with it, and it was all written down. He said, and Hogan said, going into the match, he was kind of scared because he didn't know if Andre never really said yes. You know, Vince kept saying, I don't know if he's going to do it or not.
Duh.
So he started to do it, and so he started going through everything right by the script and everything else like that. They said Macho.
Maybe Andre just wanted to be like, if you can pick me up,
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
Well, no, because you got to let, as they said, he's got to. Andre's so big,
yeah, that's the
he's got to let you let him pick him up.
yeah,
He's got to let you pick him up.
Like, I think about that right now with Rhonda. You know,
Yeah.
like, and I saw a picture of her picking up Triple H.
Oh yeah, and slamming him.
And there's got to be a level.
Oh, you got to let him.
you do that.
Yeah,
because if
absolutely.
you squirm around, you
No, you just
Well,
yeah.
Having wrestled on a
Amateur
high
level.
school, high school level to sectional level. I was a sectional level wrestler. I mean, not doing professional wrestling, but yeah, as a big guy, that's kind of like big guy moves. I wrestled 167 pound, 177 pound, then super or heavyweight and super heavyweight. So I like a lot of times it's a lot of it about your weight.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could just like you just kind of like lay on somebody. You know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like,
And somebody like Andre's
you gotta
size.
move. You make somebody
Yeah.
move you. Basically, is
Yeah.
what it is. I mean,
That's why they used to.
sometimes
That's
you
why.
just outweigh people.
That's why they said Andre. He did what he wanted to do. That might be mine.
Me, might be me too.
Oh, we both moved at the same time, so we'll never know.
Never do.
You know, yeah, like he would move. Like they said, Macho Man would script everything out down to the last detail. That was his big thing. Script everything down to the last detail.
Well, he did a lot of aerial stuff too, actually.
A little bit, but
he flew a lot.
But then there were guys like Ric Flair just used to call it in the ring. You know what I mean? It's a little bit harder, I think, now because they got these microphones that you pick up everything. But back in the day, they used to call it in the ring.
That's the way they made the wrestler movie. Was like you were in it and you would talk to each other.
Yeah.
And here's
Oh, they
what
talk
we're
to
doing
each other
now.
all the time. Yeah. There's been a couple. I've seen a couple. Well, me and you were watching the last WrestleMania at the house, remember? And they were doing Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler. And I saw a video later that they were sitting there. One of them had the other one in a headlock on the mat, and they were talking about the crowd. They were like, because they were like, the crowd doesn't seem to be into it. And then the guy goes, well, that's because the match before killed this for us. And they were like, they had a little conversation on the mat. So they're constantly talking to each other. Yeah, jabbering at each other.
The wrestler too. They portrayed it like everybody goes back to the same dressing room.
Yeah,
you don't hate the person. You're still
well. It depends.
Sports,
Sometimes they. Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart got to a point where they fucking hated each other.
I'm sure that
you know what
happens,
I mean? Where they didn't like each other. You know, that type of shit. So where were we?
Where are we?
That was my number 6. So you're number 5.
Andre the Giant.
Nice. Andre.
Too classic. Too huge.
Yeah.
Has to be
He's the giant.
Yeah.
No matter how many big person you get, he's still the giant.
Wasn't he over 7? He was over 7 feet. He was
Yeah. Yeah.
upper 7.
He had that disease that he couldn't stop growing.
Well, that's an unfortunate thing for all three of us. Like big dogs don't last a long time.
Yeah.
We're all big dogs. We're not around. We're not going to be 100 years old. Sorry, guys.
Yes, we are.
To be honest with you, I've seen some 100-year-olds. I'm not interested.
See, that's Bob's take on it. It's like,
Well, I'm sorry.
I don't even want to see
This
that.
is Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Welcome to episode 10,000.
I'm still fucking alive. Fuck you.
Here's my
Fuck
thought
all
on it:
you guys.
is you can
Go
you
fuck
shrink
yourselves.
when you're older. So maybe somewhere around my 70s, I just start to shrink, and then I'd be a little person, and I can last. I can last longer.
John's back there somewhere.
I'm not that big.
Jay, you're number 5?
The Road Warriors, also known as Legion of Doom.
Doom, the Road Warriors, yeah.
Hawk and Animal.
Yeah, when they got to the WWE, they were a little bit lamer,
Yeah.
but when they were in WCW and down south, they were animals. I mean, they were fucking crazy as shit. As they say, they worked very stiff, which means that they really hit you. They really threw you down. They you really got the shit kicked out of you, even though it was so-called, it was fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was,
What are you going to mark this one?
what? I think I've had it already.
What'd you use? What'd you take it?
I don't know. Check your friends list.
Yeah, it should be there. Yeah, but I can't back out of this where I'm at.
Yeah, you can.
In the check-in mode.
I'm pretty sure it was a 5.
Was their thing in WWE? What a rush!
I think so.
Yeah, he's dead. Hawk.
Ugh. See?
Yeah.
Beat themselves up.
Well, I think his was drug.
Well, I think a lot of them did a lot of drugs.
Really? A 5.
So is that me now? My number 5. Speaking of guy in drugs,
Was there pepper in here? Sorry
Pepper?
to change things. Syrup and coffee.
No, it's maple.
I thought I tasted a little bit of.
my number 5 is Jake the Snake Roberts.
Jake the Snake was on my big list. Didn't make the
How
top
does
10.
he not make your top 10? With Damien, his snake,
It's a good move.
he was awesome though, because he was never one of those yellers he was always Mr. Psychology type of guy. Get in their heads.
Mm-hmm.
Like a snake.
Probably a biologist or something like that.
No. Actually, I think he's like a 2nd or 3rd generation wrestler.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And his brother and sister were both wrestlers too, professional wrestlers.
Well, that's kind of the way it goes, though.
No, not always.
Not always, but like The Rock's got family.
Yeah, that's like a ridiculous complex.
I think the Samoans still have family
Samoans?
lines.
Well, the wild Samoans, I don't know which one, who's Afa and who's Sika, but their sister is The Rock's mother.
Right, yeah.
And one of those two
fathers,
is
brothers, sisters, mothers.
and one of those
roommate.
two's kid is Roman Reigns, who's in wrestling now. He was just the champ there. So, yeah, they got it all fucking spread out shit. Well, Yokozuna. Obviously Japanese, right? No, Samoan.
Right.
He just played Japanese on TV.
They can do that.
So what was your number 5? 3, 4, 5, 6? What?
My 5 was Andre the Giant.
What was your number 4?
I didn't get there. I don't.
Oh.
Did Jay do your number 5?
I did my number.
Yeah.
Yeah, my number 5 was the
Road
Road
Warriors.
Warriors, Legion of Doom.
And
So I
yours
did
was
Bob.
Jake. So you're number
my
4.
Number 4, Ric Flair.
Woo!
And do you see, that's exactly why I had to take him now, because when I was watching wrestling, I wasn't that into him. Like, because he was the bad guy.
But as a kid,
but he was kind of like a jerk. But now I look back and I'm like,
oh, he's
what
brilliant.
A great, brilliant.
The Four
player.
Horsemen?
Yeah,
Four Horsemen,
what a
that's
great
brilliant.
Player.
Yep.
Brilliant.
See, I didn't get to see Ric Flair until years and years later because we didn't get that Southern wrestling shit. You know what I mean? We only got WWE, and we started getting what do you call it? The Texas, the worldwide wrestling, whatever, the Von Erichs and all that in Texas. But we could never get the Southern stuff. I couldn't anyway. I didn't have cable until last year or something.
No, I think Ric Flair's classic wrestling.
Classic 80s Flair is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Totally.
Is awesome.
Yeah. Like back then, I didn't appreciate it, but now I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Jay, you're number 4?
Andre the Giant.
Awesome.
Andre. My number 4, Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, okay. It's up there.
Yeah, I mean, that guy was crazy. He just, exploded onto the scene.
He did air pretty good, too.
He what?
He did air. He flew. He did some top.
No,
he did
never.
some top turnbuckle.
No.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, never.
We're gonna have to review this.
I think he did.
Yeah, we'll have to review this.
Okay, go ahead.
Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of somebody else because it wasn't him.
Number 3 to me.
Yes.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah.
Can you dig it?
Dig it?
I actually did him for Halloween.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, I did that one. I still got the glasses. I took some safety glasses and I carved out the Macho Man.
When I was cleaning out the stuff from one of the tubs that I had, I actually found my Oakleys from the early 90s.
Kind of what these were for.
As a matter of fact, I think these were the Oakleys that Jay gave me because they were yellow and green sides.
I have shit ton of parts.
Yeah.
You need them.
I don't wear sunglasses much anymore. So, Jay, you're number 4 or 3?
Ric Flair. Woo!
Woo!
Yep.
Styling and profiling. Limousine riding, jet flying.
The Nature Boy.
The Nature Boy. Woo! Oh, see, that's another one, though, because I didn't find out about him later. It was Dusty Rhodes. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby. What was his line? Yeah, he had that lift. That was the beginning. The Dusty Rhodes, baby. He goes, I've dined in what do you call it? How'd that go? Oh, I've dined in castles with kings and queens, and I've dined in alleyways and pork and beans. Just the son of a plumber. His son there. Well, his son is Gold Dust.
Gold Dust.
So is my number 3, right?
Yeah.
Macho Man.
Macho Madness.
Oh yeah. Dig it?
Can you dig it?
John, you're number 2.
Jimmy Superfly.
Superfly.
I
know who your number 1's going to be then.
Since I was a little boy.
I know who your number 1 is.
I loved Snuka for sure. And like I said, I think, yes, maybe to this day, people have gotten more air, but he set the bar.
Yeah,
all the way.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Your number 2, Jay?
Roddy Piper.
Oh.
Number 2, Roddy Piper.
So far away. All right.
Oh, love Roddy Piper. Yeah. Talk about genius with a microphone.
Absolutely.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
All day.
I think he was the one that did the line that we all love that Jeff loves so much. Give me one, gorilla. Woo!
Yes.
Yep. Greatest wrestler.
Jeff would have loved to have been here tonight.
Yeah, he should have been.
Where are you?
Where are you, Jeff?
Why do we have to talk like you're a dead person?
Oh.
Just get your ass here.
So close.
Get your ass here.
Free beer.
Give me one, gorilla.
And hot wings.
Woo!
Woo! If anybody gave a woo, it was Jeff.
Yeah.
Give me one, Gorilla.
Jeff is our Ric Flair.
He is our Ric Flair.
Oh yeah, Rowdy Piper. I mean, some of the shit he came up with was amazing. Hitting Snook in the head with a coconut. I mean, come on.
Nope.
Oh my Lord, some great shit. If you ever really want to laugh your ass off, check out old interviews on YouTube with Ric Flair and or Roddy Piper. They're fucking brilliant.
It is brilliant.
They're just fucking brilliant.
They were the best.
You're number one, John?
Roddy
Piper. I knew it.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what I'm saying all these years. Yeah, sure, I loved Hogan and the Warrior, but Rowdy was like the bad guy. But you know what? He was the best bad guy there was.
What was his one line? I was rowdy before Rowdy was cool.
He was the best bad guy. Like, and then like
I think we mentioned him on
transformed over the years.
I think
he just an awesome.
I think we mentioned him on the podcast when he died. Actually,
yeah. Hell yeah, because he's a legend. He's legendary. Yeah. He was great.
Jay, you're number one.
Got to go with Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
I understand. Right. I understand how that this is.
First match I ever saw on television. Yeah. First match I ever saw on television with him beating the Sheik for that. And I mean, obviously by the end of his run in the 90s, I was like, oh, I'm enough.
Yeah.
Enough. But
got a little old.
Yeah, but when you're a kid though, it was like
that was
he was the man. Yeah. He was all over the place. Saturday Night Live. I mean,
I definitely loved Roddy later in his career than.
Oh, No, if you go back, you gotta go back and watch some Roddy stuff. He all through his career. Yeah. He had great stuff with Flair back in the day,
and he lives on with Ronda.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. Yep, Ronda Rousey.
Yep. Who I'm a big fan of too.
Oh, we know that.
I'm a big fan of her.
We know that. So that is our top 10 80s wrestlers. John actually made it through properly, except for the one I fucking told him not to.
Only one.
Go fuck yourselves.
Only one. That's not bad. Only one mistake is not bad. Not bad at all.
And it's the specific one I mentioned in the fucking rule.
I'm pretty sure. Sure it was.
It was.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's all, folks.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com, on Buzzsprout.com, and iTunes, or
at Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram and Facebook Live.
And on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Also on Untapped at Jay's Brew and Brewmaster Pick.
And go to 151online.com for all your rock and roll needs. Pick up our debut album. Check out some videos. Check out some music. Check out where we're coming and playing near you. What did you learn, Jay? The funny thing is we do this every podcast, and you guys are shocked that it's happening.
I know. Well, I think about it like 10 seconds before you say that. He's going to ask me what I learned. And I didn't write it down this time. Last time I was prepared. But, John can't follow direction.
Okay, yeah. We did learn that, didn't we?
And I learned that The Undertaker was not The Undertaker in the 80s.
Well, there you go. All right.
Okay.
Woo! And I learned that John likes to play with my shit.
You're a turd burglar?
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island? Go fuck yourselves.
Go fuck yourself. San Diego.
I didn't say San Diego.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, you cut it. Good.
Any place.
You better.
Go fuck yourselves.
China. If you're listening to us.
All right. Our next podcast will actually have Tom and Chris when we're doing a little Iron Maiden podcast.
Iron Maiden podcast.
Yeah, and then we're back. Jay's back. The next two after that?
One of those is going to be Christmas.
Probably,
we have to do Christmas.
We got to do a Christmas.
We actually
Since
got
we missed Thanksgiving.
I got it warm.
Looking for a little slapping pickle.
Jobs are already ready for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm already warming it up for Christmas.
Say goodnight, guys.
Sheets.
Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Stadler?
Yeah, what?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Go fuck yourself.